Sophia loved spending her summer days exploring the woods near her grandmother's house. The woods were quiet, filled with the sounds of birds chirping and the rustling of leaves. Every time she visited, she found something new, an unusual tree, a beautiful flower, or sometimes even a curious animal. But today, something felt different. Sophia had wandered farther than usual, following a narrow path that led deeper into the forest. As she walked, she noticed the air growing cooler, and the trees became taller and thicker. She could hear the faint sound of running water in the distance. Curious, Sophia pushed through the bushes and found herself standing at the edge of a wide, sparkling river. The water was clear and shimmering in the sunlight, but what caught her attention most were the colors. The river wasn't just blue, it shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow, changing and swirling as the water flowed. Wow, Sophia whispered to herself. She had never seen anything like it. She stepped closer, kneeling down to touch the water. To her surprise, the moment her fingers brushed the surface, she felt a strange warmth spreading through her hand. It wasn't unpleasant, but it was unlike anything she had felt before. The river seemed to glow brighter as she touched it, and she could swear she heard soft, musical notes drifting from the water. What is this place? Sophia wondered aloud. Just then, she heard a voice behind her. Be careful, it said softly. Sophia jumped, spinning around to see who had spoken. Standing by the trees was a tall, graceful figure, a young woman with long, flowing hair the color of silver. Her eyes were bright and kind, and she wore a gown that shimmered like the river itself. Who are you? Sophia asked, her heart racing. The woman smiled. I am the guardian of this river. It is no ordinary river, it is enchanted. Those who touch its waters are granted a wish, but only if their heart is pure. Sophia's eyes widened in surprise. A wish. The guardian nodded.
Yes.
But the magic of the river is delicate. You must be careful with your wish, for it can only be used once. Sophia looked back at the river, its colors swirling and glowing in the sunlight. She had never believed in magic before, but now, standing in front of this mysterious woman and the enchanted river, she wasn't so sure. What should I wish for? Sophia wondered aloud. The guardian's expression grew serious. That is for you to decide. But remember, a wish made from kindness will always bring happiness, while a selfish wish can lead to sorrow. Sophia thought about the guardian's words. There were so many things she could wish for. Maybe she could ask for a new bike, or the latest video game, or even a huge ice cream sundae. But as she looked at the river, she realized that those things didn't seem so important anymore. She remembered how her grandmother had been feeling tired lately, unable to do the things she loved, like gardening and baking. Sophia missed spending time with her in the kitchen, baking cookies and cakes together. That's when she knew what her wish would be. Sophia turned to the guardian and smiled. I know what I want to wish for. The guardian nodded. Go ahead. Sophia stepped closer to the river, closed her eyes, and made her wish. She wished for her grandmother to feel strong and healthy again, so they could bake together just like they used to. When she opened her eyes, the river sparkled even more brightly than before. The colors seemed to swirl faster, and the musical notes grew louder, filling the air with a beautiful melody. Sophia felt a sense of peace wash over her, knowing she had made the right wish. The guardian smiled gently. Your wish is granted, Sophia. Your heart is pure, and your wish was made with love. Your grandmother will feel better soon. Sophia beamed with happiness. Thank you. The guardian gave her a kind look. Remember, the magic of the river is a gift, but it is also a responsibility. Use it wisely, and it will always bring joy. Sophia nodded, feeling a deep sense of gratitude. As the guardian turned and disappeared into the trees, Sophia stood by the river for a few more moments, watching the water swirl and sparkle. She knew she would never forget this day. With a heart full of joy, Sophia turned and made her way back home, eager to tell her grandmother about the magical adventure she had just experienced. When Sophia arrived at her grandmother's house, she found her sitting in the garden, smiling as she picked flowers. Grandma, Sophia called, running over to her. Her grandmother looked up, her face glowing with happiness. Sophia, dear, I feel so much better today. It's like I've gotten all my energy back. Sophia grinned, her heart swelling with joy. She didn't say anything about the enchanted river or the wish she had made, but she knew that the magic had worked. As they spent the afternoon baking cookies together, Sophia knew that some wishes were more special than any bike or video game could ever be.